So Glenn, good morning.
Morning.
Tell us about your car.
Okay, so this is what they call a Factory 5. Factory 5 is one of the remaining Cobra Replica companies, probably the largest. I think they've made about 8,000 of these things and sold them. And this is a true kit car that you have to put together yourself. You get a frame and a raw fiberglass body from the kit, and then you can buy all the accessories. You can actually buy a complete kit that gets you all the parts except for wheels and tires and engine and transmission from Factory 5, or you can just buy the base kit. The car's based off of, the theory behind this car was to build an inexpensive Cobra. You buy the Factory 5 kit and then you buy an 87 and 93 Mustang, and you can take all the drivetrain, all the suspension, everything out of it and build this car. And you could build one of these things, less paint, for somewhere around $25,000.
Wow.
Paint jobs alone and bodywork's about 10 on these cars now, $8,000 to $10,000 for the paint on it. So most guys have about 40,000 in these cars, 40 to 45,000 to build one of these things, and about 2 years of their time.
On and on.
But
right?
you know, it's a very affordable car. You can insure. I have it insured for what it's worth. So I drive it. I don't worry about it anymore. When I first got it, I was afraid of, somebody stealing or something like that. It's got stolen. It's insured. I'll just replace it. And because it's only worth that much, you can afford to drive it. I've tracked it. A lot of these guys, the Factory 5s are really set up with high-performance Mustang parts. So a lot of guys run them on the track because they are affordable. If you wreck it or something like that, you can replace it.
This thing looks great. I love how you've added stickers.
Yeah.
And put your race number on there.
Yeah, this is kind of nostalgic. The original race Cobras had these stickers on them. These are actually vinyl graphics that you can pull off. They're just cling ones. And 11 stands for, I got the car in 2011.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So I enjoy it. I try to front out of it. So the interesting thing with this car is my best friends now I met through this car.
Yeah.
We get together and do stuff with our cars all the time. In fact, in a month we leave a couple of us leave for Colorado, and we're going to drive 4 days in southwestern Colorado around the mountains there. So it's just a great car to go on trips like that with and have a lot of fun, and we get together and go on cruises. And so
that's great.
Yeah, if you ever wanted one, it's definitely something to look into.
Yeah, thanks for informing me. I always thought these cars were completely unattainable.
Original ones, if this was an original car, they probably started around $500,000.
Yeah.
What's interesting was the original Cobras, they made from 62 to 69. I think 69, 67, somewhere else. They made less than 1,000 cars total. About 600, 289 cars and about 300, 427 cars. And those cars start, one that's in decent shape, for about $500,000.
Yep.
And they go up from there. CSS 2000, which was the original car sold, Shelby's original #1 car, just sold last year in Monterey for $17.8 million.
So I'm sure you watch Jay Leno. He had Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
And he had one of the original Cobras the first year.
Yeah.
And his car is worth something like $2 million.
Yeah. 427s typically go in the $1 to $2 million.
And he was the original owner.
Yeah.
He has something like 300,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me get some other angles. So this car just looks so fun, and it's great to see that you have, it's not worth $1 million, which frankly I wouldn't enjoy driving because I'd be so nervous.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a guy in our club. I belong to the Cocoa Club, which is Co-Owners Club of America, that's Orange County one. There's a guy in our club with an original Cobra, had it restored. It's worth somewhere probably $750,000. He never drives it because he's scared to death about getting in a wreck or something.
Yeah, I mean, the damage on a car like that's...
So most guys have Carroll Shelby's signature on their dash. All those signatures are actual championship race drivers that actually had champions in the Cobra. Billy Krause up in the left-hand corner went with Carroll Shelby in 1962 to Riverside to race the Cobra when they built the first Cobra, and they took it out the track at Riverside against the new Corvettes, and they were leading the race until they lost a half shaft, and that's when Shelby knew that he had a competitive car. He always wanted to build his own race car. Everybody's heard of Bob Bondurant right in the middle there. Below him, the signature you can't read is Dan Gurney. So those are his famous driver. John Morton is a very famous driver. In fact, he still races nostalgic race cars today. We saw him out at Monterey Historics last year. And Alan Grant there on the right raced Cobras, but primarily was more famous in the Daytona Coupe. But they were all Shelby drivers at the time. And they were all at one of our events except for Gurney. Gurney's got a shop here in Santa Ana that you can drop stuff off and have stuff signed.
Very cool.